okay. You want me to start again?
Yes, please.
No worries.
Broke my computer.
It's okay. We're just, yeah. Okay. So what we're here to talk about tonight is this incredible bio-MS technology. So in short, it's a new patented delivery system with patents in America. And what this incredible technology is able to do is increase the absorption rate of this particular product, in this case, which is curcumin, by upward of 277 times, or even up to 95%, 90 to 95% absorption rate in the body, which is pretty incredible. But science-wise, there's over 21,000 published studies in PubMed, which we can give you the link and access to, so if you want to know more about the science and so forth. But tonight what we want to do is more talk about why this particular technology is so powerful, and then we will most likely look at who can do a couple of testimonials about their experience, because they're pretty profound. So in terms of the technology itself, with the studies done on upward from the 1970s all the way through to the 2000s, is that curcumin has got this incredible power as an anti-inflammatory, and amongst a lot of other things. But what the consensus was around PubMed was, and a lot of the scientists, was that curcumin in itself was really poorly absorbed by the body, even in root form or powdered form, which we see a lot of, which a lot of people will notice in the use of the turmeric. But this is the actual component within turmeric. So this is not actually turmeric, this is curcumin itself. So, the absorption rate as in studies shows that it has a lot of potential, but because it's poorly absorbed, most of what you will take, you will pretty much excrete out through, mainly the urine and so forth. So, but now we have this game changer in our hands, because through this delivery system, which is basically of nanotechnology, and the secret that they've found is to be able to encapsulate the curcumin into little micelle capsules, which enter into the bloodstream and into the cells within minutes. Very safe. We do have all the paperwork. If you are one of those sort of people that love the science, we have all the science for you, so you can knock yourself out and read as much science as you like. But what I'd like to probably do is just get Rebecca to introduce herself now that she's back on.
Yep.
And she could add a little bit more to that.
Yeah, thanks, Bob. Yeah, so it was about 7 weeks ago now that I think, that I was introduced to the product, and I got sent a bottle, and I needed to try it for myself before we took on this big undertaking mission of bringing it to Australia and New Zealand. So I did, and I had the most profound results. I didn't expect anything, really. I didn't know what to expect. Noticed that I was really sleeping better. I had a lot more mental clarity just from putting 10 drops in my coffee in the morning. So every day I sort of noticed different changes over the first few days. And it was about day 6 that I realized that my chest, which has always been really constricted because I'm an asthmatic and I take medication for asthma, had really started to feel like it was not congested. It wasn't constricted. So I experimented a little bit, and I'm not advising this, but I did. I stopped my steroids, and I don't need steroids anymore. So for me, the product has been life-changing. So when you have such a personal result like that, and I'll be interested to see, there's a couple of new people here, but there's a lot of people that have been trialing the product as well. If you've had a result that's profound, could you just put your hand up just so that everybody can kind of get a look at who's had results from the product? Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of people that aren't on, they have their cameras turned off, but most of us here are here because the product really, really works. And it's, like Serge said, it has been a game changer. So what I did was I decided to experiment a little bit and sent some bottles out to some people that I knew that had some health challenges, and some people that were, in the wellness industry as well, because I really needed to get a really broad kind of understanding about how this product was going to work for the general population. And so we've had people trialing it for quite a while. And so, when I say that, a number of weeks, and the reports we're having coming back in are just astounding. I say this every session, but that makes me cry, because people are getting their lives back, they're getting their husbands back, their wives back, they're getting their grip back, they're able to do things that they haven't been able to do for a long, long time. A lot of people are experiencing a decrease in pain and discomfort, an increase in energy like I did, better sleeps as well, better mental clarity. So those are sorts of things that start to happen when you can address inflammation in the body. And this is the product that can get to the root cause and really start to fight inflammation at a cellular level through the bloodstream. Doesn't have to go through the digestive tract, and we're not scientists, but the equivalent of 10 drops of Nanofy is, I think it's about 9 pounds of turmeric root if you were to take the amount that you would need. And even that wouldn't be absorbed as effectively, because it has to go through the digestion, and it's incompatible. I wouldn't mind asking Beck, you've got some great stats, Beck, on the curcumin and the micelle delivery system. Could you just share that a little bit?
Yeah. Do you want to know? So the micelle solubilites basically is it's almost like a submarine that takes the actual nanofied curcumin into the bloodstream, and it is proven to penetrate the blood and brain barrier and the plasma to actually drops off that beautiful nanofied curcumin, and then it just leaves the system. So it's like the perfect delivery system. I think that the nanofied curcumin is 30 nanometers, and a hair is like 50,000 nanometers thick. So you can imagine how tiny that is. And this is why we're getting those crazy results.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. And I think it's just about how compatible, how bioavailable. And when we're talking about 18,000% more bioavailable than, say, turmeric powder, everybody knows about turmeric. And what we've got really here is the technology that's been paired with something that we all need, that's an anti-inflammatory. So we have a Facebook group, which we've got all of our data, all the info, lots of testimonials, lots of product stuff that you can go and have a look at your leisure. But what we'd love to hear from a couple of people who'd like to share their stories, just so that people can get an idea. Like I've shared mine, absolutely game-changing for me, to not have to take steroids every day and have to rinse my mouth out from the steroids and get my voice box starts to get affected when I take the steroids for asthma. It's just one of those things that you can't sort of avoid. So for me, among other things, that's been huge for me. And so I just want to see if there's anybody else that wants to put their hand up and maybe share a quick testimony. That would be wonderful. Who's got one that they'd like to share? Yep, Denise, do you want to just unmute?
I'll tell my husband's first. He went to the doctor recently. He's got high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and the kidneys are functioning lower than they should. So anyway, we didn't get the drops for 4 weeks. So we got them mid-April and started. So that's been about, I guess, 3 weeks. Well, Trevor's had headaches. He gets headaches every day, and he's on aspirins all the time. Well, the first thing he noticed is second day after being on the drops, the headache stopped completely, hasn't had one since. And the other thing was about a week later, he said, I've got warm toes. And I said, what do you mean warm toes? And he said, well, they're always really, really icy cold and they're warm. And I asked him today about the headaches and the toes. They're still warm, headaches gone. Also, the blood pressure, he's been taking his blood pressure regularly, and that's going down. And that's pretty remarkable, because apart from really strictly changing your diet and stuff, I don't know how else you get your blood pressure down. So we're working on the cholesterol now. So we'll have to see the doctor about that. That's great. My own is osteoarthritis in my hands and my fingers. Started last year. It was very distressing, because I'd always, been able to do fine crochet or work in the garden, do hard work. So I just woke up one morning and the two middle fingers were quite stiff, and I knew straight away what it was, and nothing has helped. at all. They were just getting worse and worse. And since being on the drops, getting my grip back, I can touch the fingers on the left hand into the palm, which I couldn't do because I picked something up and it dropped straight through my hands. The right hand is taking longer because it's a lot worse, but the pain's almost gone. And the next thing is the stiffness and then to get the dexterity back. So, and there was nothing else I could have done. Nothing else would have worked. So I'm absolutely wrapped.
Yeah, we do have a Facebook, another Facebook group with thousands of testimonials for people that are experiencing really incredible results when they take curcumin, which is helping the inflammation, and then the body is making these drastic changes and healing and sort of able to reprioritize. Because when you're chronically inflamed, then the body's got, a hard job of really giving a lot of energy over to fighting inflammation all the time. So, and I just wondered, Vanessa, I think you were saying that you're pretty healthy, but you've had some pretty nice results just with better sleep and things like that.
That's right. I'm actually quite tired most of the time and do wake up quite groggy. So after taking the 10 drops the first day, the next morning I found I was quite clear, I had a lot more energy, and I had a very, very good sleep.
Amazing.
Yep.
Thank you. So, yeah.
I actually give my mum's testimony. I mean, she's not here, so too bad. But it's why I want to share this is because my mother's, I would say, been sick for a number of years. She's on warfarin and has a list of pills as long as your arm, which I only just learnt recently. She started taking the drops. I mean, actually, first, what she really struggled with was sleep. She'd get up 4 or 5 times a night. I think in relation to how many pills she was on, she'd struggle to wake up in the mornings, and it would take her about 2 hours to actually even get started in the day. So really lethargic. Suffers and had anxiety for probably 30 years plus, to the point where she shakes. It's that bad. Amongst a few other things, bad knees. But she started taking the drops maybe, I think, 3 weeks ago. Within the first couple of nights, similar to Vanessa, she had a whole night's sleep, which actually shocked her, because normally she, like I said, she'd get up 4 or 5 times a night. After about the 4th night, she shocked my brother, who's staying with her, and that she was up in the morning before everybody else, and she was up making coffee. She was actually alert, which was fantastic. Her knees are getting better, so there's not as much fluid in her legs, which is fantastic as well. But the kicker, the big one for me, is her anxiety. I was talking to my brother the other day on a call, and she said she jumped on and she was like, "Hey, I need to tell you something. I don't have anxiety," and which floored me, because I've been used to hearing it for 30 plus years. It really impacts her life in not the best of ways, but it almost brought tears to my eyes to think that, wow, she's actually taking something that has actually alleviated that for her, which has proven to be something that is really affected her life, pretty much negatively. So I really wanted to share that, because it really is important to me, as we all know, to help our loved ones and people in need, is why we sort of wanted to share this in the first place. So thanks.
Yeah, honestly, it's been mind-blowing. I've been in the wellness industry for about 30 years and come across a lot of good products, and had exposure to lots of different sorts of therapies and treatments over time, and just recorded a series of interviews with a wellness professional who uses this anti-inflammatory for his clientele. And, it's helping them kind of self-manage while he's treating from the outside. They're working on the inside with inflammation, and the results they're having are so much better. The results are sticking. So the scope for this product is just extraordinary. There's not been a product like it for inflammation. And we are so fortunate to have access to this. Now, because of Rebecca White's kind of decision, she made a choice to look further at this product, and we chatted about that. And then we had a conversation with the Americans who we talked to today, and they had a vision for helping bring it to Australia and New Zealand. So we just took that up, and we are, really excited to say that we are getting this into the hands of hundreds and hundreds of people, and it's just the beginning. So what we love about it is it's really low cost. It's a really high impact product. It is natural, non-GMO, safe for children, safe for pets. Everybody can take it. We love that it is able to get straight into the bloodstream. So just putting 10 drops in your coffee is enough to get that product straight through the tongue into the bloodstream. Some people choose to put it on their tongue directly. You can put it into capsules also. If you've got veggie caps and you don't like to put it on your tongue, you can do that and swallow it like that. You can put it into food. And it's just so easy to take with you. It's not, 10 bottles with jars and lids to unscrew and tablets for this and that and the other. If you can deal with inflammation first, which is really at the root cause of most degenerative or autoimmune diseases, it doesn't really matter how that inflammation is manifesting in the body. The results for each individual will be the best your body can totally do with when inflammation's being managed. So we are super excited. We're all very relaxed, actually. I sometimes notice on our calls, it's kind of dreamy because we all feel so good. We feel so good on the product, as well as the mental clarity. I think for me, I feel a very kind of calming, warm sensation in my body. It really feels like it sort of dials me down a lot. And I managed to get a lot of things done and can kind of stay on the ball. And I know Rebecca White is also probably busier than I am even, but it just helps us to kind of keep things together really well. And we heard a little bit about anxiety, but we are hearing a lot of stories about once inflammation's being managed by the body and assisted, things like the link between serotonin uptake in the brain is improved, dopamine, endorphins, the feel-good hormones. People are reporting relief from their chronic anxiety and depression. Everybody has a different experience, and that's why we love the Disruptive Wellness Group, because it's all personal, anecdotal stories. And we do have a couple of medical professionals who are now really interested in what they are discovering in blood works. So they're seeing inflammatory markers reducing in blood work. So you've got the medical kind of backing. We've got so much science behind the product. And so in terms of a product and the timing where we all need it, inflammation is such a big problem across the board. We couldn't be more excited about the potential of this product and to have this in our hands. So we feel very, very, very fortunate. And if you've been invited here tonight, I really would say this is a miracle product. Really, honestly, it's a miracle product. Is anybody else would like to give a quick testimony or ask a quick question before we move into how to order the product? We usually do this.
I'll just share as well. I was only on the product a few days, and the pain absolutely disappeared with my plantar fasciitis on my feet. So I still have like the tissue along the bottom which sticks out, but it's a lot softer as well. It used to be rock hard. So that's pretty cool. And then somebody else I sold a couple bottles to, just I think Friday afternoon, I rang this morning and she said that she's always had issues with pain in her legs or restless legs or something to do with that. And she's like, oh my goodness, it works so quickly. Yeah. Like I've got no pain in my legs and they're not restless. So she's got her husband on it too, who has a few challenges, but he hasn't seen results as of yet, but I believe they'll come with time. So yeah,
amazing. And a lot of us report these incredible drastic changes in a couple of days. Some people take a few weeks, some people take a few months. I personally believe it's going to work for 99% of people, and the ones that doesn't are probably not staying with it long enough, or there might be other things going on for them that are maybe I don't know, cancelling out, counteracting, who knows. But
and it's so nice because it's so easy to take, especially for people who don't like to take capsules.
Yeah, definitely.
Or tablets.
Yep.
Yeah.
And exactly right. So it's the way it's super convenient, and everybody can take it, and pets seem to be responding super well to the curcumin. And we would like to, I'll just share a couple of slides as well, because as well as the changes on the inside, a lot of people are using this topically now, and for things like sunspots and for cuts and burns and bruises. And so I just wanted to share a few things. And of course, we're not saying that that the curcumin is healing. It's not doing the healing. The body is the healer. But just like we need food to regulate and to live and sustain, we're finding that curcumin as a supplement is really providing the body with something it hasn't had before. Okay, so I'm just going to share. I've got a screen here. Just let me know if you can see it. So these are the products that we're talking about. Oops, hang on, I'll just move that out of the way. So we've got Nanofy and Curcumin Plus, which is a variation of the Nanofy. It's just got added vitamin C and ginger in it. So it's really good for sensitive stomachs and for some people that like the taste of ginger, or like to make like a golden milk. And it's great for colds and flus. We found, especially with little kids. So if you're more on the sensitive side, you might find that the Curcumin Plus is the one for you. Nanofy is the sort of flagship product. Symbiofy is a probiotic, a pre-probiotic, which is highly effective and great in combination. Won't spend too long on that product, but I wanted to just share, this is the disruptive wellness group that we have with, at this time of the screenshot, there's about 9,000 members. We're probably up to 11,000 now, a couple of weeks later. It's just going nuts. People are trying it. They're getting such incredible results. They want to share it with their loved ones, their friends and their family. And that's what's so exciting about the social sharing aspect of this product. So I just want to show you a couple of things. This is Kylie. She's Ryan's wife, who we spoke with today. Pretty much the whole reason that we have this in our hands is because she had a profound change. She had some Hashimoto's. And she had such a incredible result that they decided to champion this product and bring it to the US from Mexico, and had to translate everything from Spanish into English and create a website for ordering. And they've done so much to get this product out to market. Inflammation comes in all kinds of forms. Toenail fungus is something that a lot of people have had, really interestingly, had great success with. And that's notoriously difficult for the body to get rid of once it's established. Wound healing, burns and stings, manifestations of inflammation through autoimmune, things like, so autoimmune diseases can manifest in things like potentially like a psoriasis or any type of inflammatory skin condition. We've got bites. So really, really good for reducing the sting out of bites and reducing that inflammation as well topically. Lots of swelling, 3 days of the drops here. So this is what the drops are designed to do, is to help fight inflammation in the body and then help the body release that inflammation out of it so that it can start the healing process and regeneration. So in talking to Justin Batt, the wellness professional I've interviewed, he talks about we're either in a state of inflammation and degeneration or healing and regeneration. So this is what really the drops are helping to assist. They're helping the body to do the healing work that it's designed to do. So wound healing, profound, great for pets. Like honestly, some of the stories on disruptive wellness for pets are so good. And we'll just chat quickly about, I've got to find a new screen, so just bear with me. I will just share another screen. So we call this, if I can get it up in a sec. No, it's not going to work for me, is it? All right, here's another screen. Can we all see that one? We're calling this a miracle. It's a miracle in a bottle. And honestly, the more I use this product, the more people that talk to me about what they're experiencing, the more I am convicted, and I can say confidently that I believe wholeheartedly in this product and the product's ability to help the body more than anything ever. There's a lot of reasons for that. A couple I've touched on, because it's so low cost, so it's so affordable, so easy to take. Now, interestingly, it's not available in Australia and Australia and New Zealand just yet, but we are working our butts off to bring it here. So we're in what's called a pre-launch phase. So what we've got in our hands is an incredible opportunity to get behind this and sort of pioneer the beginning stages of getting this product out to market. So it's hugely rewarding. My screen is frozen. Okay, hang on a second. So we've got low cost, high impact. So it's GMO free, natural, antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. It's patented. I think we have about 6 patents on the technology, which is super exciting for the future. So we might decide to pair the delivery system with other things such as heart health supplements or brain health supplements. So the scope is very, very large for our company. As we've said, it's 18,000% more bioavailable than turmeric powder, and it is safe, non-toxic. So there's no double-blind studies. People might say, is there anything double? No, because there's no, it's not a toxic substance. It's a supplement. It's a food, essentially. So the exclusive pre-launch market positioning is where we're at right now. You can grow this exponentially from anywhere. And I talk about growing it because you're growing a legacy. You're talking about sharing this product with people whose lives can be dramatically changed for the good, and the flow-on effect that that might have. And if you feel good about helping and serving people, then this is something you should really, really explore. It's very, very rewarding to know that you've had a hand somehow in changing someone's life by just simply sharing a product that is going to do what it says it does. So there are a couple of ways you can get the product. At the moment, you could probably buy a single bottle from the person who's invited you along, because they would have bought a wholesale starter pack of a number of bottles. The supply is very, very slim. Everybody that's got it wants to hang on to it. So the idea is that if you're really keen on the product, you can buy a wholesale amount, or you can go into business in a distribution model, which is really, really rewarding. And that's what most of us here are really excited about doing, because we get to share it with more people and have a bigger legacy of helping. When you do join up with a wholesale account, you get a virtual office and a website, so that when we do open, people will be able to buy as customers directly from a website that's linked to you, and commissions, the 100% retail profit will go into an e-wallet for you. So there's a great advantage in sharing this as well. The company don't want all the profits. They give 50% back to people who are distributing, sharing. They prefer the social selling model rather than say in pharmaceutical circles. I think a lot of the time one person's getting all the money. So they really want to help people just talk about this and share their experiences. There's a lot of commissions and bonuses in the structure of the company. These kits are actually not the kits that we're using. I needed to update that today, but I was so busy. I'm going to come back to this slide and show you. We have what we call a 30-day success plan, so that if you're keen to buy wholesale and start a distributorship, there are a few options for that. I'll go over those just really quickly in a second. But what we love is that everybody gets the money back that they've invested, has a bunch of product that they can share, they can give away, or they can retail out. And there's lots of profits to be made through a product that has such a high impact, and there's just no competition for this sort of product. So I'm going to share a different screen. Again, I have to just do this. I've been so busy today, I didn't get the chance to update my slides. And so just give me a second. Where am I? Yeah. Okay, so we've got, now this is the kit 1000. Can you just let me know if you can actually see this screen? No, you can't. Okay. How am I going to do that? Resume share.
It says it started to show, but then it just had a blank screen.
Okay, so let me try again. Okay, so let's see if I can get this one up. Everyone see that now? Yes, awesome. Thank God. It's not been a great technological day for me. My computer keeps dying. I think I'm just smoking it out with all the calls that I'm doing. All right. This is the Kit 1000 and oops, hang on. You can all hear me? Now what this includes is 24 bottles of Nanofy and 24 bottles of Curcumin Plus. So you get 48 bottles of product with a Kit 1000 to share with friends and family and retail if you like. Now, you may retail that for, if you're in Australia, it's about $80 a bottle. If you're in New Zealand, it's about $90 a bottle retail. Still really affordable, but most people, if they're given the choice, would probably prefer to buy wholesale and get that at half. So you're getting a huge amount of value in the Kit 1000. This is the one that we're really promoting, and it's, you can't see that's probably hidden, $1,299 USD. Now commissions are paid in USD as well, so it might feel for us like our dollar isn't strong against the US dollar, but certainly when it comes to commission time, we love it. Now there's another screen here. I don't know, it's probably not going to work for me. So I'm just going to talk you through the others if that's all right. We've got the Kit 500, which is $689 USD, includes international shipping. That's 11 bottles of Curcumin Plus and 11 bottles of Nanofy. And then we've got the personal use kit, which is the Kit 250, which has 3 bottles of Curcumin Plus and 3 bottles of Nanofy, and it has 5 boxes of the symbiotic. So it's just a question here, just to confirm somebody can buy a wholesale pack, even if they are not interested in the business. 100%, yes. Like anything, if you were offered to buy retail or wholesale and there was no obligation to do anything, you'd probably say, oh, I'd like to buy wholesale. But for a lot of us, we're catching this fever. We're really excited about the potential. And, you know, I know, and Rebecca White does some great calls, and she talks about inflammation and inflation being the 2 biggest problems we're sort of facing in the current time. So for a lot of us, you know, as an extra business with an extra additional income stream, why not? And we're just through sharing, the product sells itself. So how do you take Symbiofy? You take it in the morning on an empty stomach with a big glass of water. I'll just open the box and show you. It's just capsules, 4 capsules in a sachet, and there's a 10-day detox supply in a box. So 10 days is great if you want a really quick sort of restore your microbiome in your gut and help your gut health. And the combination of the curcumin for inflammation and then improving your gut health is extraordinary for people. We've got it on our Vita Wellness group. We've got lots of local testimonies coming up now with, you know, reports of what people are experiencing themselves. So the best thing to do obviously is to try to get hold of some or buy a wholesale kit. You know, we're trying to fast track the launch and the opening of Australia and New Zealand to have the product available, distribution, warehousing in our countries so that we can access it and then people can just get it really quickly without having to pay international shipping. But at the moment, we're sort of pioneering this drive. So we're prepared to ride through the next couple of months just to, you know, fulfill this kind of dream and this vision. So has anybody got any questions they'd like to ask, or Serge or Rebecca, if there's anything else you want to add? It's just a quick run through. We don't like to take up way too much time. We can always go through things personally with you. We do other training sessions. Rebecca's got a call not long after this one. She goes through a separate kind of vision and a slideshow, and then she does a bit of training afterwards. It's really, really, really informative. I haven't gotten around to doing the slides yet. That's how busy I am. So we just talk through it every Monday. But obviously we need to update too. So is there anything anyone else wants to add?
Yeah, I'll just add a couple of quick things. Is in terms of, like, say, the growth of what we've come across is pretty much phenomenal. What the 2 Rebeccas here are doing in Australia and New Zealand, and this whole team is pretty amazing. And I think one of the key components of that is support. So, you know, the Vita Wellness NZ Facebook group has been put together by us. So Jess, Rebecca, Jess and myself to support you guys. It's pretty much just a plug in. You've got all the information there that you pretty much need. Like I said, Aroha, you've we've got everything there from the science, videos, training. That's a support thing. That's not something that obviously we would say everybody to do. It's not required, but we really recommend that you plug into that platform and then get your people in there as well and utilize it. It's been a real key area of success for us. Is support's a key thing, right? Even though you're pretty much your own distributor, your own business, but when it comes to a team and a team environment, it's obviously support is a key thing, and you have that with us, and obviously some of the key people in here. So I just wanted to add that.
And Beck's probably got something she wants to add, but I really want to congratulate her again. We did this last Monday, but she's done something that I don't think anyone in the company has done at this point, which was help to move over $100,000 of this bottle that wholesales for $25 a bottle. So that's a lot of bottles that she's helped get in hands of people that really, really have needed it. So huge congratulations. She's blazing a trail and we are just following her lead. So Beck, is there anything you felt you wanted to add to this?
Thank you. You guys are doing amazing as well. It's not about me, it's about the team. You guys are incredible, got an incredible team. So, that's what this is all about. It is all about the teamwork. We have a once in a lifetime opportunity, right? If people really comprehend that and they really feel into it, they're going to know it's now or never, guys. Like the timing is now. You can sit back and wait if you want, but wow, you're going to be regretting it if you don't just jump in and do it, because I've never seen anything like it. I get messages like you, Rebecca, every day. It's crazy. It's a phenomenal product with an amazing company, great leaders. I mean, amazing. We met the founders, they're incredible, integral people. They are our people, and they're for the people. And it's like, you ain't going to get this again. You are not. It doesn't matter where you go. So I don't know. I just think, I have a tattoo on my arm. You can't see it. It says Carpe Diem, and that's how I live my life. And I'm like, we are seizing the day and we're taking this and we're not going to stop because it is way too good a product to not be sharing this everywhere.
Yep, absolutely. Yes, it is being recorded. Yep. Has anyone got any questions? Thanks, Beck, for that. Anyone at all? Just checking. No? Okay, awesome. Well,
I just wanted to say, don't make it difficult. You're not selling anything. I mean, I just said to my hairdresser the other day, have you heard about curcumin? Do you take curcumin? And that's all you have to say to somebody. They've always got a story. They either take it or know about it, or they want to take it and they know they should. So don't make it difficult. Just say to someone, do you take curcumin, or do you know about curcumin? And they might, whatever they say, and say, have you heard about this fantastic technology that gets us straight into your bloodstream? It takes a few seconds to say something like that. You don't make it difficult. Don't be frightened to say it, because we do need to share it with everyone. We need to give them the chance, like my husband's had, to get rid of his headaches, to get his circulation working, to get his blood pressure down. And he goes and, he's very skeptical at first. Every morning he's there, he takes his drops, he makes them exactly how he wants them, and every night I don't have to force him. So if you can get a skeptic like that to look after his own health, and he never has, he leaves it to me, everybody needs it. So just make it really simple.
And what really grabbed my attention at first was when I heard that some people who had experienced symptoms of long COVID, and also maybe some let's say illness or disease after being vaccinated, children who were also recovering really, really well from all kinds of neurological stuff. It blows my mind every day. Like, we obviously can't say too much about what the product can do, because it's not the product, it's the body. However, it's what this product's able to do that nothing else I've ever seen can help with. So it's blowing their minds. So please get in touch with whoever's invited you here, and we will put this recording up on our Vita Wellness group. And feel free to invite people into our group if they are interested in getting the product at wholesale, looking at some of the resources, understanding anything about the product or the science or the costings. It's all on there. We just do this to really share the stories. That's the main thing, and kind of just give you a sense of what is going on with this product and in the community and the business side. So yeah, it's been lovely to share with you all. And if you'd like to go and join Rebecca's call, what time's that, Beck? It's in an hour?
10:30.
2 hours, or just a bit under. It's an hour and 40 minutes. Yeah.
It's in an hour and 40 minutes. So there's a link on our Vita Wellness group. It is vitafydownunder.com is the Zoom link for that. So I'll just type that in the chat here. So just in case you want to bring anybody else to hear it right now, it'd be a great idea.
If anyone missed this one, you can just say, that's okay, we've got another one.
Yeah. And that's the Zoom link for that. So yeah, lovely to chat, and please just get in touch with the person that spoke to you about it. Get a bottle, try it, order a wholesale kit, whatever you need to do. Don't miss this product. Don't miss the opportunity, especially. And if anybody would like any sort of business strategy stuff, we can organise that separately. We're going to certainly do training with Tyler. He's going to come and help us understand the comp plan and do all that fun stuff. I've got the call that I will upload tonight, hopefully, onto our group from Ryan and Stephen today that we did with some absolute gems. Really, really great call for people that are interested in pursuing this in a business sense, you know, having your own real business that you can leave, not being an employee in your own business, but having a business that's residual, that's starting to generate an income that's really, really helping a lot of people and changing lives. So if you're interested in anything we've talked about tonight and you want to know more, just hook into all of the things that we have available. Okay. Thanks, guys. I'm just going to stop the record.